Inspired by Mandalorian designs and used in the navies of several galaxy-spanning powers for decades, the Rendili Star Drive Dreadnaught Class Heavy Cruiser represents one of the most ubiquitous and well-renowned warships in galactic history. At a length of exactly 600 meters, the Dreadnaught's space frame is simple and compact, presenting a long, narrow hull with a sloping bow section and sizable engine housing. The Dreadnought displays perhaps the highest crew per kilometer ratio in the history of warship design, carrying a standard crew complement of 16,113, with space for up to 3,000 embarked troops and 9,000 tons of cargo within its relatively modest frame. The Dreadnought is a rare example of an Imperial warship that does not feature a prominent external command deck, instead featuring a bridge and combat information center buried deep beneath the ship's armor. This overcomes what is often seen as a critical design flaw among Imperial warships, and provides far greater protection for the vessel's bridge crew and command systems. The Dreadnought class carries an impressive arsenal of weapons for its size, boasting a wide range of laser cannons, turbo lasers, and ion cannons. The vessel's modular weapons system results in many variations on the standard arsenal, with most Imperial dreadnoughts carrying additional turbo lasers and quad turbo lasers, as well as a single concussion missile launcher. The ship also carries fairly effective shield generators, but lacks maneuverability in combat, as well as suffering from frequent computer failures and electrical faults. These problems can be largely attributed to the ship's unbalanced combination of cutting-edge and highly dated technologies. While the original design for the Dreadnought includes only a single docking bay for a small shuttle, the variant employed by the Imperial Navy features a drastically altered internal layout, allowing for a large ventral hangar bay containing 12 TIE fighters. These fighters provide a useful defensive screen and help offset the warship's lack of point defense and vulnerability to strike craft. The original design inspiration for the Dreadnought class was the Mandalorian Candosi class Dreadnought, a 1,300-meter-long war cruiser that saw extensive service during the Mandalorian Wars. Rendili Star Drive's naval architects intended to capture the firepower and durability of this fearsome vessel, while maintaining a far smaller and more versatile frame, and their efforts were largely successful, creating a cruiser that could often defeat vessels far larger than itself, even threatening the might of Imperial Star Destroyers when deployed in pairs or groups of 3. Perhaps the most famous examples of the Dreadnought class are the ships of the so-called Katana Fleet, a task force containing 200 of the vessels that was commissioned and launched at great expense by the Galactic Republic in 46 BBY. The Dreadnoughts of the fleet were equipped with complex automation systems and slave circuitry intended to counteract the vessel's typically huge crew requirements. But these systems proved to be a fatal flaw when members of the fleet's personnel fell victim to a virulent hive virus. As the crewmen descended into a state of insanity, they inadvertently began a blind hyperspace jump, and as a result of the slave circuitry present on all ships, the entire Katana fleet was lost in uncharted space for decades. After remaining lost for decades, the Katana fleet eventually re-emerged under the command of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who used the vessels to great effect across his campaign against the New Republic. These events only furthered the growing legend of the Dreadnought-class cruiser, adding to the ship's renown even further in the later years of its unusually long history. The Dreadnought stands alongside ships like the Z-95 Headhunter in the eyes of spacecraft enthusiasts, serving so reliably and for so long that it has become a staple of naval warfare and a distinguished chapter in the history of military shipbuilding. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. If you enjoy the channel, why not consider pledging your support on Patreon? For just $1 a month, you'll be able to access the Spacedock schedule to see what's coming up.